Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Carolina Panthers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. At their own 23-yard line. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. He put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. Gets around him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll get this to about the 38. The Panthers at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season opener.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Young off the bootleg. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, break. Here we go, set. Blue, 32. Hut, hut.
It's Young off play action. taken down. A Bears sack. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Flat, 95. Ready?
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. You look at this Bears defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
That's complete to Chuba Hubbard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Wilson. That's complete. Roma Dunze. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And this will be a Bears first down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Here's a toss play right to Swift. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, You go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. That's complete right side to Komet. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Komet, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've got fan bases that are very happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Ready. Come on, set. 50, green, drill, green. Ready?
Young to throw it. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
Set, ready. Yellow, 43. Set, cut.
Now here's Young. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
52 blue. Set.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time to get the case right.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Ready.
Now a toss. Hubbard going left. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Bears' 35-yard line.
Ready.
They'll go again here with Hubbard. Able to slither by. Touchdown, Carolina! Chuba Hubbard, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have regained the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is now 10-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage here on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken from just outside the 30. Well, he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 41-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive guy,
on the defensive side.
that's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9.
Come on, set. Hut.
A give, running right, it's Hubbard. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Watch out now. 60 series.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Let's go. Yellow, 22.
Young working out of the gun. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Screen 80! Screen 80!
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Wilson. He's got the Michigan man posted Loveland. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. They've got good hands. Then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Well, that was well designed as they take this down to the 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. First down, Bears. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So first and 10 now from the 30.
3-15,
Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a 50.
We didn't need to ask about the leg, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays, and target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that in-line, point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the early days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Ready. Black 40. Ready.
Young. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. It'll be Young again. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10. And his throw here is incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They've got to get to the line quick.
That's another Panthers first down.
Looking to throw, Young. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Down. Yellow, 22.
Hubbard is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers a little bit more to the perimeter, perhaps. But above all, play your game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and it'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Now it's Wilson. And the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Throwing is Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Wilson. That pass complete to Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. That's out to the flat for Akers. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Green 80!
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Defensively, I think they could smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now they send a running back in motion right. On third and goal, Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
For the field goal, a 22-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Young. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Young. To the left side, he's got McMillan. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Brings up third down and 8.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Ready,
To throw, Young. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Swift. And able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's 2nd and 7. There's Wilson to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Working the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
To throw is Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
A pass complete to Adunze.
Wilson's pass.
Even against double coverage, he's got enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on it, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Over the middle, that's to Loveland, the tight end. And they get it down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup at 5.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Boy, for most of us, that has taken a big risk in the fourth quarter of a tie game. But this is a head coach that has absolute confidence in his offense. And they repay that trust by not just getting a first down, but getting big yardage as well.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and
Touchdown! Colston rumbling from 3 yards out. And the Bears have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Santos with the extra point. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Ken Black. Cut.
Young now. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have it on the 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. 15 yards there on the catch and run. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch black. 95. Opposite. Green. Ready.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6.
Ready. Set.
Young to throw it. As he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
60 red. 60 red.
Now here's Young. Finding Sanders on the crossing route. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up
52 blaster.
at the 7-yard line.
Young to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make the play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Come on, set. Yellow, 22. Set, cut.
Young will set to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, he's got that wide open, complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
That's good for a Bears first down. Again, 11 on the play. First down, Chicago.
From the gun, here's Swift. And a stretch out only about a yard up to the 32. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. Wilson giving 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. 50. Green. 10 cycles. Ready.
Young to throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays up in quick succession if they can.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On the give, this is Hubbard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Now Young. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. And here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Drill. 52. 10.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And we know that this crowd really wants to explode. What a win this would be. They had a shot at the end zone right there, and it fell incomplete.
Okay, right.
Another try from the 14 on 2nd and 10. Young. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They took their shot from the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. If he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he moves away there with another chance.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Panthers, 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for Chicago, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.